Good morning, class. Okay, so before anything else, let's have our opening prayer to be led by Miss Ubas. Okay, Amen. So, before you sit down, can you pick up the pieces of trash under your chairs and kindly please arrange your chairs properly? So, good morning once again, class.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so did you have a wonderful week with your families and friends?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, I assume you are now ready to learn with me today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So, class secretary, is there any absentees for today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's unfortunate. So, kindly give me the list later on after our discussion.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Noted.
thank you very much. So, are you ready to start class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So, now in our classroom, we only have four rules, and that is first is to be respectful. So you should respect your classmates, especially your teachers as well. Next is to be prepared. So when you come into my class, you should be prepared both mentally and physically. Third is to participate actively. Whenever we have a discussion or activity, you should participate so that you learn better when participating. Lastly, is to listen attentively so that no information is left unheard whenever I'm discussing here in front. So, is our classroom rules clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. That's good to hear. So, before we formally start our discussion, let's have a short activity first. So, this activity is called spot the clue. So I will show you a picture later on in the slide. Then what I want you to do is to observe carefully what does the picture means and what does the picture represent. So here is our picture. So I will give you a few seconds to observe carefully what does the picture represents, and then I will ask you some questions later on. So okay, so what do you observe in the picture? Okay, that is right. It has fruits and vegetables. What else?
There is a juicer.
Okay, very good. That is right. It has juices in the picture. What else? The most important one.
The machine, sir.
Okay, very good. There is machine. So the machine has fruits in it, then has also juices. So what do you think class number 33 the fruits and vegetables represents?
The fruits and vegetables, sir, represents as the input, sir.
Okay, very good. That is right. The fruits and vegetables represents our input. What about the juices, class number 23?
And the juices, sir, represents as the output.
Okay, very good. So you are right. You have a keen observation. So the juices represents the output of this picture. So you are right. The fruits and vegetables are the input of the machine, while the machine itself represents the process or the mixing process of the those input. Then the juices represents the output of the machine. So based on this observation, what do you think this whole picture represents? Class
The
number 27.
the whole picture represents, sir, as a function.
Okay, very good. Tumpak ganun. So, the picture represents a function. It has inputs and it has an output. Then the whole machine itself is our function that when putting or applying the input, it will produce another output. But what if I will separate the fruits and vegetables into two separate function that when combined it will produce another output or another um, result or another function, and that will lead us to our new topic for today, which is the operation on function. Okay, before we go deeper into our discussion, let's have our learning objectives first. So In a 20-minute discussion, the grade 11 students, you with at least 85% accuracy, will be able to first evaluate the given function accurately. Second is to participate in a group task that involves performing operation on functions accurately. And lastly, perform the step-by-step procedure for operation on function using algebraic techniques. So with that objectives in mind, let's start exploring how to combine function using different or appropriate operation. But before that, let's have an activity first called decode decode. So in a one whole sheet of paper, what you're gonna do is to evaluate each function in the column A, then match your answers or corresponding values and letters in the column B. Upon answering all the functions in the column A, you should write the letter for each item to reveal our secret word. I will give you 10 minutes to do this test, and if you have any questions or clarifications, just raise your hands for you to be recognized. Okay, very good class. So, kindly pass all the papers in front. One, two, three. Very good. So, what do you think is our secret word?
The secret word, sir, is padayon.
Okay, that is right. Our secret word is padayon, which in English term is continue. So, what does it mean? So, in our activity or in our lesson, padayon means continue on learning. Despite what is happening right now, in our times for the day, there are obstacles that hinder our progress. You should still continue on learning, continue what you are doing, and so on. In the activity, you have evaluated each function only using the input output process. But now, let's start learning how to combine function using different operation. And that will lead us to our topic for today, which is the operation on function. Okay, so I think some of you here may have an idea of what is operation on function, right? So, class number 23, upon seeing the word operation on function, what do you think is our topic for today? What do you think it is all about?
Operation, sir.
Okay, very good. That is right. It involves performing different operations. So, what are those operations, class?
Sum,
Okay, very good. The addition,
the subtraction,
subtraction,
multiplication,
multiplication, and
and division.
division. Okay, very good class. So, operation and function all involves in performing or using different operation. But to formally introduce you to our topic for today, let's have the definition of operation on function. So, operation on function refers to, can you please read class?
Operation and functions refer to the process of combining two or more functions to create a new function. The basic operations include addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division.
Okay, very good. So it involves performing different operations. So and that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So for each different operation, for each unique operation, it has appropriate or corresponding equations to be used. So for the sum of the two function or the sum of the two function we have here denoted by f plus g of x is equal to f of x plus g of x. For the difference naman, we have f minus g of x is equal to f of x minus g of x. While for the product, we have f multiplied by g of x is equal to f of x multiplied by g of x. While for the quotient, we have f over g of x is equal to f of x over g of x, wherein it has a certain condition where the g of x or the denominator of the quotient should not be equal to 0. So any real number is possible as long as when evaluated it should not be equal to 0. Is our equation here clear class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So now let's start exploring each operation first with the sum of the two function. Okay, so for the sum of the two function, given the two definition or the sum of the two function f plus g, which is defined by the equation f plus g of x is equal to f of x plus g of x. So for each or for each operation, it has different step-by-step procedure in performing the function in combining the two function. That includes for the sum of the two function we have here. First, can you please read class?
Write the equation based on the given
Okay,
functions.
second.
Substitute the given values of the functions to the equation.
And third,
Simplify the values to get the final answer.
okay, can you take note of this steps class that well it might be used later on in our throughout our discussion. So okay, so is the steps class clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So since there is no questions with regards to the steps, let's have an example. So we have here the given function of f of x is equal to 6x minus 1, and we have here g of x is equal to x plus 5. So what is our first step again, class? Okay, that is right, is to write our equation based on the given function. Since it involves only writing the equation, just need to copy the equation intended for the sum of the two functions, which is f plus g of x is equal to f of x plus g of x. Second, what do you think is our next step? Okay, very good. That is right. Is to substitute the given values of a function of equation. So we have here the values of f of x, which is equal to 6 of x minus 1. So you just need to substitute that one in the place of f of x. Then for the g of x, we have x plus 5. So just need to substitute it. Then next step we need to do is to look for any similar terms in the first equation. So we have here 6 of x and the x itself. It has similar variables. So that means that we can perform combination using appropriate or using different operation in this one, since they have both have a positive operation. Just need to add those two, which will result to 7 plus x. So upon simplifying or upon looking for similar terms, you will get the step 3 or the simplify the values, which is the final, which has the final answer 7x plus 4. So is there any questions or clarifications with regards to the step-by-step procedure in the
None,
sum of the two function?
none so far, sir.
Okay, very good. So to apply your understanding, let's have another example to be answered by class number 23. So we have here the given function of g of x is equal to x plus 5 and p of x, which is equal to x squared plus 3 of x plus 2. So, class number 23, I want you to answer this one and explain the step-by-step procedure on what you did to get the final answer in this example. So, okay, very good. Class number 23, you have performed well in the example. So, it seems that you have understand what I have discussed earlier. So, is there any questions or clarifications with regards to this one, class?
None so far, sir.
Okay, very good. So, since there is no questions, let's proceed to the next operation, which is the difference of the two squares, two functions. So, given the two functions f and g, which is defined by the equation f minus g of x is equal to f of x minus g of x. So similar with the previous operation, it has also different step-by-step procedure in getting the in performing the combination of the two functions to get the final answer, but it has slight difference between those two steps. Okay, we have here the steps for the difference of the two function, which is first, same with the other one, write the equation based on the given function. Then secondly, same with the other one again, substitute the given values of the functions to the equation. So here is the unique one of the unique steps for the difference of the two functions. So just need to distribute the negative sign or the minus sign on the quantities inside the parentheses. So in performing that one, I will elaborate it later on when we have our example. Then fourth one, which is to simplify the values to get the final answer. So is there is the steps here, class? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So now let's have our example. So we have here the given function of f of x is equal to 6 of x minus 1. Then for the g of x, we have here which is equal to x plus 5. So, following the step-by-step procedure, which is first is to write the equation based on the given function. Okay, so we have here now f minus g of x, which is equal to f of x minus g of x. The next step we need to do is to substitute the values for f of x then g of x. And that we will have the equation or expression 6x minus 1 minus the quantity of x plus 5. So here is the trickier part, the third step, which is to distribute the negative sign or the minus sign on the quantities inside the parentheses. So as you can see here in the equation, we have a negative sign in the first in the equation here. So this need to distribute the negative sign for the positive x, which will result to negative x, then distribute again the negative sign to the positive 5, which will result to a negative sign again. So which will result to we have here the equation 6x minus 1, then minus x, then minus 5. That when we perform simplification methods using looking similar terms in the equation, we will have the final answer for the function f minus g of x is equal to 5x minus 6. So is there any questions or clarifications with regards to this one, class?
None so far, sir.
Okay, very good. So now to apply your understanding, let's have another example. So class number 33, I want you to answer this one. So what you gotta do is same with the previous one is to answer based on the steps or the following steps in as a guide in performing the simplification or the combination of the two function. Then later on, after that, explain what you did in front of the class. So okay, so very good, class number 33. You have performed well in the step-by-step procedure in getting the final answer. So it seems that you have understood well our discussion for the difference of the two functions. So, is there any questions or clarifications for the difference of the two functions, class?
None so far.
Okay, very good. So, since there is no questions, let's proceed again to the third operation, which is given with two function f and g, and then defined by the equation f multiplied by g of x, which is equal to f of x multiplied by g of x. Same with the other operations, previous operations, it has different step-by-step procedure also in performing the product of the two functions. So we have here the steps in performing the product of the two functions, which is first is to write the equation based on the given function. So same with the other operation, you just need to write the equation based on the given function. The next is to substitute the given values of the function to the equation. The third is to multiply the given functions horizontally and vertically by applying the laws of exponent. Fourth is to simplify the values to get the final answer. So, is our steps for the product of two functions clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. That's good to hear. So now let's proceed on having our sample or example. So we have here the given values of g of x, which is equal to x plus 2, and f of x, which is equal to x minus 1. So for the step 1 is just to write the equation based on the given function. So we have here the function of g multiplied by f of x, which is equal to g of x multiplied by f of x. Second is to substitute the values for g of x, then f of x. So now we will have the equation x, the quantity of x plus 2 multiplied by the quantity of x minus 1. Then using the FOIL method that you are, I know that you have known what is the FOIL method and how to perform the FOIL method. Then after performing that one, you will get the equation now, simplified equation, which is x squared minus x plus 2x minus 1. Then upon simplifying it and combining the similar terms, you will get the final answer of, for the function g multiplied by f of x, which is equal to x squared plus x minus 2. So is there any questions or clarifications with regard to this one, class?
None so far, sir.
Okay, very good. That's good to hear. So now to apply again, let's have our another example to be answered by class number 20. So we have here the given function of g of x, which is equal to x minus 1, then h of x, which is equal to x plus 5. By following the step-by-step procedure, you should get the final answer, class number 20. Then afterwards, again explain what you did in getting the final answer. Okay, very good, class number 20. You did well in answering the example. So, is there any questions or clarifications again, class, with this one?
None so far, sir.
Okay, very good. Seems that you understood well in our discussion, in the previous discussion for the three operations. Now, let's proceed to the last operation, which is the quotient of the two functions. So, given again by the function f and g, which is defined by the equation f over g of x, which is equal to f of x over g of x, where it has a certain condition that is applied only for the quotient of the two functions, wherein the g of x should not be equal, or the denominator should not be equal to 0. So any real number, as long as when evaluated it will not be equal to 0, then you are good to go. So same with the other, with the previous operation, it has different step-by-step procedure also. So for the quotient of the two function, we have here the steps, which first, same, is to write the equation based on the given function. Then next is to substitute the given values. Then third, this is the unique one for the unique step for the quotient of the two function. Just need to divide the numerator by by the denominator, or applying the different kinds of factoring methods. Then lastly is to simplify the values to get the final answer. So is the steps here clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So now let's proceed on having an example. So we have here the given function of f of x, which is equal to 2x minus 2. Then for the g of x, which is equal to x minus 1. So first, you just need to write the equation based on the given function. We will have f minus g of x is equal to f of x over g of x. The next one is to substitute the given values for f of x, then g of x. We will have 2x minus 2 over x minus 1. Then, performing the factoring method for the numerator, we just need to divide the number 2 in the numerator part, so that it can be isolated, or that is called the factoring method. So you will get, upon factoring, you will get the second equation or third equation, which is 2 multiplied by the quantity of x minus 1 over x minus 1. Upon simplifying, you just need to cancel since it has similar terms for the numerator and denominator. You can perform canceling methods in this one. So since x minus 1 and again for the denominator x minus 1, it both are similar, you can perform canceling method for this one. Then after canceling, you will get the final answer for f over g of x, which is equal to, okay, very good, so 2. So the answer for this one is 2. So is there any questions or clarifications for this one, class?
None so far, sir.
Okay, so you followed well in our discussion. So to practice again, let's have another example to be answered again by class number 23. So given values, given functions of g of x, which is equal to 9x minus 27. Then for f of h of x, which is equal to x minus 3. So upon performing or computing following the step-by-step procedure, you will get the final answer. Class number 23. Then later on, explain what is what are the step-by-step procedure you have performed in order for you to get the final answer. So very good, class number 23. You have performed well in getting the final answer. So, is there any questions or clarifications with regards to the last operation class?
None so far,
Okay, none
sir.
so far. So, it seems that you have understood well upon discussing our discussion earlier. So, for you to recall what we have discussed earlier, let's have a short recap on what we have discussed. So, what is operational function? Class number 33. Okay, that is right. It involves combination or combining two functions using different operations. So, what are those operations, class? Okay, and we have addition,
Addition,
subtraction,
subtraction, multiplication,
multiplication, and
and
division.
division.
Okay, very good. So, who wants to here to recite what is the equation for the quotient of the two function, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is right. The equation for the quotient of the two function is f over g of x is equal to f of x over g of x. So, what is the restriction for the quotient of the two function?
The g of x must not be equal to 0.
Okay, very good. That is right. The g of x should not be equal to 0. So, since that you have understood well our discussion, let's apply those understanding by having a group activity. So, in a class, I will divide you into two. This is the group 1 and this is the group 2. So each group will receive a set of function cards, which is like for example we have f of x, which is equal to f x minus 1. Then a set of operation cards, which is the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So each group must draw two function card and one operation card. Then perform the steps in getting the final answer for each given function. Each correct answer is worth 1 point for each group. Then you have 10 minutes to solve as many function operation problems as possible. So the group that that accumulated the largest amount of points will be our winner for today and will receive the amount of points as their grading or their points for today's activity. Then for the losing team, we will receive the half of the accumulated points of the winning team. So is that clear, class?
Yes,
So
sir.
okay, so your timer starts now. Okay, very good. So you have performed well in our group activities. Seems that you have understood what we have discussed earlier. So now to end our discussion, let's have an assessment first. So in our assessment, you need to perform the indicated operation on the given pairs of the function here, then show all the algebraic steps and then simplify your answers. And also, state any domain restrictions for division. So I will give you 10 minutes to do this task. One, two, three. Kindly pass all the papers in front. Okay, thank you for participating in our group activity class and thank you for answering and listening to my discussion for today. So, to end our session for today, just remember our secret word, which is padayon. Means continue on learning, continue what you are doing, and so on. So, and that will end our session for today. Thank you very much, class, and goodbye.